Itchy nose. Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net. I'm here today for Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for March 29th to April 4th, 2020. And hang on. I'm going to move my camera just a tad. There. So, to start out with, I got the card to release. And this is a release, and this is very appropriate right now. Release old habits, release old beliefs, and release a lot of the self-doubts, the things like that. It is an appropriate card for right now. And we're coming into April already, which is a shock to me because, well, time's going so fast. But I think the energy is going to shift for April from what Mars was, because March is the derivative of the word Mars, or the war god. So the energy for April is going to shift. And the first card I've got, the card that bases everything on, is Temperance. And Temperance is bringing things down from higher above, new energy, sharing it about, and changing the energy, moving the dark back and out of the way. And it goes on to say that it's the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is Master Craftsman, right? And we have been tempered in the flames, and we're doing well. I think we're doing well. I mean, there's a few things out there on Facebook land and things that are a little bit illogical, but that's just people releasing the old, letting the new come in. What's behind us is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is frustration. And everybody on the planet, I'm sure, has felt frustrated, honest to God. I don't see how they couldn't. But it's not a frustration that oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's more of a frustration of, I'm not sure how to get out of this. I know there's a way, but I'm not sure how. And we are finding the way out, because what's just below us, what we're living through right now, is the Empress. And the Empress, and so that's two major arcana, just to point out. The Empress is all about all forms of abundance. And you can see she has her foot on the moon, which means she has mastery over the subconscious. And nobody has total mastery over the subconscious. They learn to live with it. They learn to accept it. They learn how to, when the subconscious starts to rise, they learn how to say, yes, I will accept the lesson. And that's what it's all about. So, and then right in front of her, what comes right after is the Six of Pentacles, which is bringing things together. It's not just, it's bringing pieces of ourselves together so that we can complete ourselves, so that we become our full, essential human entity. And I'm going to read the next two together because it just makes sense. Maybe the next three as one. Okay, so things are coming together, which is going to cause a lot of emotions to shift and change, which means there will be change, radical change that you don't think through. You just say, I'm going to do it. And it's probably the best way to do it, because you're trying to get away from the Eight of Cups, which is a feeling of being abused, of being maltreated. But even in this card, you can see that the moon energy is coming down. It's the subconscious energy is coming down to be released. And the outcome for that particular part of the emotion, that's why I read the three as one, is the Seven of Pentacles, which is, it is reaping the rewards after having put in the effort. Yes, it means we will have to put in the effort. And there's going to, when we're stuck at home, and the whole world is basically stuck at home, some places are better, are less stuck at home than others. But right now, we're stuck at home. We went to reinsure our car today. We weren't allowed to go in the building. They will phone us. So everybody is social isolating, which I prefer physical isolation rather than social because it has a different connotation. But these daily interactions we can't do. So there is going to be a lot of emotions popping to the surface. You're stuck in it depends. For us, it's 1,100 square feet. For other people, it could be 5,000 square feet and a yard. Or it could be you live in a tiny house and it's 450 square feet. You have no place to go. So what happens? You're going to have to go inside, and you will be dealing with the subconscious. Because all emotions are going to bubble to the top. You don't have a choice, basically, but looking at yourself and dealing with it. And the next card, that which will support us through the week, says exactly that: the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and there's a lot of old information that's coming back up, and some of it will be old information that you wanted to keep hidden from yourself, and others it will be old information that goes click, click, click. Oh my God, I get it. Regardless of what it is, if you can face it, look at it straight on, you will be taking mastery over your own life. This is Three of Wands. This is a businesswoman who is becoming masterful over her own life, taking control of her own life. This is what this week is all about, basically, is this one card, being the master of your own life. And what will it give you? Well, it will give you the Ace of Pentacles, lots of energy, lots of shifting and changing energy, but it will give you abundance that you've never had before. And it will not necessarily be the abundance to go out and buy 5 different colored nail polishes. It will be the abundance of the soul. So it's all about releasing the old. And the last card is the Hierophant. And in my deck, the Hierophant is the teacher. The teacher is about knowledge. And the more knowledge you have, the more self-knowledge you have, the healthier you are. So it's all about releasing this week, accepting that which is coming to you, but with understanding. You don't have to accept it and be beaten. You accept it, you understand, and gives you control, self-control. Share the love. And that is the ultimate energy. There's 2 things in this universe. There's love and there's fear. And honestly, one is an illusion. So face everything this week with love, and you will find that everything that comes up is easily let go. It's easily not let go, transmuted, easily shifted into something that will give you self-empowerment. You are the one who is in control of your own life. And that is the most important thing in the world, that you are the one, master of your life. All right, I'm done. We will stop exactly at 2 minutes to 1. My daughter is a university student, my middle daughter. And as everybody knows, it's all gone online. And she has a test that starts exactly at 1. And she has to print it off exactly at 1. And so we will stop 5 minutes before, or 2 minutes before 1. All right.
SJ says hello. Gem TG says hi guys. Laura H says hi ladies, good to see you. Moonfeather says hi ladies, I hope both are okay. Things here in Ontario are all right. Just a bit tense.
A little bit, yeah. It's interesting. Most people are really, really quite nice about everything. when we couldn't go in and get our insurance, the lady actually thanked us for being understanding. And I thought, well, I'm not going to make a scene over something that was going to get done anyhow. And it's a time in history that probably will not be repeated. It's a time in history when we can turn, well, I can't, my grandchildren are already here, but other younger people can turn and say, do you remember the great toilet paper debacle or plague or whatever they want to call it? Or you can talk about how the whole world shut down. This is a time in history that we get to tell other people about. So it's pretty exciting, actually, if you can look at it that way and sit back with a bowl of popcorn, fountain pop, and licorice. That's a great go-to for me when I was going to movies, and just enjoy the what's happening. It is actually kind of entertaining. Anyhow,
the Empress God asks, any messages from my ancestors?
They appreciate very much how you are trying to, and succeeding, trying to expand your viewpoint about life, about yourself, and they're very pleased that you are truly expanding your visions, self-vision. So keep up the good work, basically, and don't allow yourself to go into fear. And because they say you have no reason for fear. And that's one of the things that came through very clearly. It's a sense of fear. You're doing well. You're creating well, and it's very hard, especially as most of us on here are empaths, to not fall into the energy of the fear that people are feeling. Remember your empath. Remember to clear your aura, harden the outside shell so nothing gets in. And what else? Ground over and over again. And wash your hands every 20 minutes, they say. Make life humorous. Find a reason to laugh. Please find a reason to laugh. And como se llama? There's one more thing. For you especially, there's a meditation that you've been procrastinating on, and they're suggesting that you do that. Okay?
Cassie Sue says, this is one hell of a new moon for this Aries sun.
That's what, I forget. That's what I put it up on my Facebook group. Yes, that's what one of the ladies was saying who does astrology. It's really exciting.
Would it be Astro Butterfly?
Yes, Astro Butterfly. Thank you very much.
Yasmin Fox asks, hey ladies, what is new in love for me? And thank you.
So what's new for you? And this is probably not what you're asking, but this is what I got. Is you're actually spending time going inside and looking at who you are, and you're discovering that you kind of like who you are. And that's the most important thing in the world, is that you like who you are. And you're discovering self-love. And because you're discovering self-love, the future relationships will shift dramatically in a very good way for you. You're not going to be attracted to the same kind of people you have been in the past. And you're actually going to enjoy your newfound types of relationships. And it might be with the same people, just they'll treat you differently. Okay.
Emily Aquine asks, any messages coming through for me, please, Eliz-sha? And thank you.
So again, I'm getting just a touch of panic. And again, your guides are saying, please don't, because you've got this, you've got it. How do they say that? You've got this going on. So you're going to be fine. You have the ability to handle this with strength and decorum, and don't panic. Things will work out in a way that you're not anticipating, but they will work out for you in a way that is really quite positive. And they all your guides have a smile on their face. Well, I'd say it's more like a grin. So they can see things that you can't see, and they can't tell you because of free will and things like that. But they're basically saying, don't worry, you're going to be fine. Okay.
Moonfeather asks, I was just wondering if the person from my past coming in with conflict is Sean or Terry. Please and thank you. I just feel someone is coming in soon.
With conflict?
I guess so.
Okay, that's not from me.
No,
but,
I think it's in self-intuition.
Okay, so I hate to do something like that, because then it shifts and changes your perspective. But be more wary of Terry. Well, that did not mean to do that. Than Sean. But you find things to laugh about, find things to be joyful about. And the truth is, if they're coming back with conflict, then they're coming back to see if you have resolved that area of your life. And if you have, then there will be no conflict. There will be a little of what the But when you realize that you don't have to own their stuff, and you don't have to buy into it, then there is no problem. And honestly, I think you already have learned this lesson, and so there is no conflict. Okay.
Gem TG asks, I'm supposed to start work March 30th. Do you see me starting on that date?
No. Not unless it's a
online position.
Online position.
Or can be an online position.
Or an essential service, because we are still going to be shut down for that length of time, I suspect. It will solely depend on whether you can work online or not. The chances are they will just wait, and unless you can do it online. Because I know today that in Canada, they're in Ontario, they cut down, they just basically closing all non-essential services.
Lily Dula asks,
Hi, Lily.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
We're good.
I applied for a new job in international organization.
I feel that's a really positive move. The chances are like 75 to 79% chance you will get it. Is that what she? I hope that's what she was asking.
Well, let me finish and you'll find out. Do you think they can invite me for an interview in this situation? I'm a bit confused in what I feel nowadays. Thank you.
Well, you can always do. A lot of people are doing things over Skype, or so. So yes, I think the potential is there, and you're well spoken, well educated, and you know your business well. So yes, I think they can. If you don't mind doing things slightly different.
Maria Herrera says hello.
Hi, Maria.
Champagne C asks, "Hey, Elisha and Elle, hope all is well. Can we do a quick check-in on how Angel is feeling towards me at this time? Thank you."
Yeah, he feels frustrated. I think he feels frustrated in general, not just towards you. But the social isolation is not sitting well with him, and I doubt that he's actually doing a good job of social isolating. But he's at the same time, he's frustrated, and part of it feels like he's frustrated because he would like to he'd like to go talk to you, and he knows that he can't. He's smart enough to know that he can't go near you with your children. So that's part of his frustration, which means be careful. He might do some stupid thing again because he doesn't handle frustration or being told no, even with it's a societal no, well.
Laura H. asks, "I was wondering, should I focus on getting more education in e-learning to teach as my next career move?" So courses online.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was. I think that's a start. I don't think that's where you'll end up. It feels like that's a good way to go. That's a really nice, good road. I don't feel you're going to end up there. It just feels, but it's a way to start to get to where you're supposed to go, if that makes any sense.
Jeanette Lockhart says, "Greetings, ladies. So my love to all. Standing in my light. Keep high vibrations. Namaste." Gemini Sun with Moon rising. I'm assuming, or Leo rising. Leo Moon rising. I'm assuming that's what the last bit says.
Mm-hmm.
I speak emoji real well. Laura H. asks, "Would it pay off for me?" Oh, I guess the e-learning, which I feel like you already answered.
Yeah, it's a journey. It's a pathway. It's not the ending.
Jenny or Miriam M says hi. Maria Herrera asks, "Any messages from my guides? Thank you."
It feels like you're a little bit stressed, and I can understand why. I suspect your son is home with you full time, and he can't get out, and he's still young, and would probably has the need to get out and about, and so you're always kind of trying to keep him entertained or quiet or something like that, because he likes to play with Gohan, and you're afraid the neighbors will be a little cranky, and they might be, but if you keep it from between 9 and 7 or 8, then they haven't got too much to complain about. They should be able to balance it out themselves. Try really hard not to stress too much. Maybe teach Alex a little bit of baking skills or cooking skills, because everybody should know how to cook, whether they're male, female, especially if they're going to grow up and be adults who will one day want to be on their own. I think he might get a charge out of making some really nice. What do you call those desserts? The Mexican churros. I know you're not from Mexico, but I think churros are pretty well South American wide. Teach them how to make churros, and then invite me over, because I love churros.
Also, you'll be teaching him math.
Oh,
and
you'll probably get
at the same time.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you teach him how to bake. So that's 3 life lessons, or not life lessons, but 3 courses in one action.
Yeah, and plus you get to eat the churros.
Yep.
And who can say no to churros?
If you look up Nerdy Nummies on YouTube, she has recipes from a bastardized recipe of Disneyland's version of churros and other Disneyland recipes. So
I'm sure Maria.
Oh, I know.
Has
I'm
her
just
own
saying,
recipe.
if she doesn't,
Yeah.
That is one place to go for good recipes and fairly simple.
Simple is good.
And she talks you through how each step.
Or you could get him to do it himself.
Yeah. Anyhow, Gabby McMaster asks, "Hi, I'm wondering if my guides have any messages regarding work."
They're telling you not to. They're actually telling you to breathe deep and not stress, and they're suggesting that everything is going to work out in the long run. And a lot of people, I realize right now, a lot of people are losing their jobs, and I can only fault the bosses for doing this, because it is a really crap time to lay people off. And I think a lot of it has to do with laying them off because so they don't have to pay for medical or things like that. But what they're saying is it's all going to work out for you. Please practice more grounding. And I'm sure you've been doing a lot of it, but practice a bit more. And they're kind of, okay, this is funny. They ask you to put more of a smile on your face, because it does make a difference. With you smile, it does create a different energy about you. And it draws more positive energy to you. So that's for everybody. Smile.
Felicia asks, "Hi, greetings. I wanted to know how a court case will turn out. Thank you for all you do."
The court case, what I'm getting for the court case is 65% will go in your favor, maybe even 70%. There is a percentage which is quite low, really, that is not exactly what you would like, but I do see you coming out of there with a sense of relief and thank God energy, and I think this is this is for your benefit.
Polynesian Princess asks, "Hi, Elisha. Hi, lovely ladies. Elisha, something weird happened 2 nights ago. I was sleeping and green energy went through my body, and I heard Cameron's name in my head, and then I started seeing a gold light."
Sounds good. Green energy is generally healing, which is very positive, and gold light is a high spiritual vibration energy. So you healed and allowed things to shift, and possibly at the same time you allowed the energy to move on to Cameron and heal there as well. Don't expect that things will shift and change, but maybe think of it as a karmic release. And things are so, if something happens, it's because the two of you really like each other. It's not because of karma anymore. Very positive.
Laura H says, "Good luck with your test. I love learning."
Oh, that's my middle daughter.
But we will pass on.
We will pass it on.
Analu Healing.
Hi, Analu.
Hello. The Polynesian Princess adds, "That was my question. What was going on?" Which you answered.
Oh, good.
Mama B asks, "How does Michael feel about me?"
Michael B?
Mama B.
Mama
How
B.
does Michael feel?
I think he has a sense of comfort around you. When he thinks about you, it's it's like in your name, your mama. You give a sense of strength, a sense of groundedness, and sort of like an anchor, so that he feels anchored or comfortable, and it's just a very positive sense of positive energy around the two, around his thinking of you.
Next.
Yeah.
Tay asks, "Hello, do my spirit guides have any messages for me?"
Hi, Tay. Your baby is doing well, and I meant the furry baby. It's waiting. It's still in the process. It's still waiting for you. And it seems to me that you've been doing a lot of emotional shifting and changing, because there's a strength there that I haven't seen before in your energy. And your guides are saying props. I think that's the right word for for having created a strength in yourself that you were afraid to allow in before, or allow yourself to acknowledge. Yeah, so it appears that you're doing really, really well, and the situation is changing and shifting so much for you that you're almost a new person. If that makes sense. That's not what they mean. You're not a new person, but your self-assurance is becoming more palatable, more strong. Okay.
Rachel N asks, "Will my ex-Gemini return to me by July?"
I don't feel that's going to happen, but things shift and change, and anything is possible.
SL asks, "Hi ladies, I feel like I won't find love after my recent breakup with my ex.
Well, that's a natural feeling, but it's not necessarily true.
My question is, will I meet my soulmate this year?"
You won't meet your soulmate until you change how you feel and how you think, and you haven't finished mourning, obviously, because with your finished mourning, you wouldn't feel that you're never going to meet somebody. So you need to finish what you started first. Then you look for a soulmate, and until that happens, no, you're not going to meet anybody. You might meet people, but they're not going to be your soulmate. They're going to be more of the same until you release and let go.
Can I also add, look for the soulmate inside of you. Look for yourself. See yourself as your own soulmate. Love yourself.
Yep.
And then the soulmate you are looking for outside of yourself will come.
Because like attracts like.
But make yourself your own soulmate.
Yeah, basically. And that's what this week is all about, is taking on that which you fear and dealing with it. And basically the cards have said, basically have given a promise, if you do that, you'll be fine. In general, the energy is in general that you've got, that whatever people are facing, they will deal with.
Fiona R asks, what messages does spirit have for me regarding love with a guy named M?
Yeah, I suspect that I don't think if you end up with him, if you end up going with him, I suspect it's a lesson, not a love. So if you need the lesson, then it's going to happen. If you don't need the lesson, then you're going to bypass that lesson. And it is a lesson. It's not a love.
Eagle Frisk asks, hi, I sent a request to my boss last week and I'm supposed to receive an answer today. What do my guides think it will be, yes or no? Thank you.
I think you got a yes. At least I got a yes. And hopefully that's what you want.
Zulumi R asks, I recently met a new guy. Was I in a past life with him? I guess romantically.
I got yes, I did. You were. And again, this could be another lesson. So tread carefully. It may be exactly what you want, or it may simply be that you need to finish the karma off. And if you understand what the karma is and accept it, then you don't have to go through a lesson. Okay? So it might be that I would spend some time meditating on this myself. Not me, you. And see if it's a lesson or a true love, or true potential.
Jennifer Schwab asks,
Hi, Jennifer.
hello, ladies. Are there any messages from my spirit guides that they would like me to know? Thank you.
They're kind of suggesting that you're trying to take on the responsibility of the whole world, and shift everything by yourself, and they're saying it's not just your responsibility. You can share with other people. you can allow other people to shoulder some of the responsibility, and even with your kids. Your kids are shaping up to be really strong individuals, thanks to you, and partly to you, because a lot of it is also themselves. Let them shoulder some of your responsibilities, and maybe take this time and just pamper yourself a little bit more. And I keep telling you that, don't I? Pamper yourself.
Angel Wings asks, will I have any children with the Libra that I'm currently involved with?
If you do, the children will be simply yours. It won't be like a shared energy. So hopefully not, because regardless, it would be nice for the children to always have somebody they can rely on. And I know Libras are what Libras are. I'm not 100% sure this Libra can be relied upon.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Tay says, also on the 20th, I was finally able to get Haruka's reincarnated form. She is now a male lion head rabbit with white fur, blue eyes, and a medium brownish gray spot on his nose and tail. There are so many similarities between them that I was finally able to relax and not stress about the situation.
Yeah, sounds kind of cool. Well, there's a lady on my group. Her name is Lena, and she has a little rabbit. She calls it Bun Bun, and it's the cutest little thing. And she's quite a snoop, actually. Whenever Lena's on Skype or something like that, Bun Bun's right behind, looking over, making sure that everything's okay. It's quite hilarious. Beautiful little creature.
Miriam M. asks, any advice from my guides in regard to work?
Right now, all I'm getting for you is go with the flow. Things will work out for you. Things will work out for you for the best. And what you're feeling now is not necessarily what is going to happen.
Lori Dawson says, hello everyone, love and light to you and yours. Stay healthy, Elisha and Elle and everyone else.
We're cocooning with the best of them.
I mean, it's basically every day that ends in Y for us, anyhow.
Yeah, it's not a huge shift. The only thing that's different is we've got a little bit more food in the house in case.
Yeah, the Polynesian Princess says, I hope everyone is doing okay during this time. Lori Dotson adds, I am working. Thank God I am willing to help others. Do you need anything, Elisha and Elle?
Nope, we're good.
But thank you for the offer.
But thank you. We're really good. Like I say, it's not a huge difference.
No, the only thing we can no longer do is go out for coffees.
Which was Elle's thing, not mine.
No. Asel says, thanks again. As always, your messages are very helpful. Sending love.
Thank you.
Tay says, I named him Reen.
Oh, I like that name.
It's a character, but I can't think of them.
Well, I'm sure that Tay will tell you.
Yeah, but it also means something else, which at the same time I can't think of. It's a cool meaning, though. Lily Dulo says, oh, thank you. I would like to change the course of live stream. In fact, I will inform you if anything new happens. Thank you a lot.
I think this is probably something that it feels more positive than anything I've felt for you for a long time.
Laura H. says, thank you so much and blessings. Maria Herrera says, yes, you are right. Thank you. Churros.
I love churros. Don't eat a lot of them, but I love them.
Patricia Scowen says, hi, how's the world out there? Hope Jellybean is getting better. Elle, 3 cards for April, please, Elisha. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're a little worried about her. She's a pity, right? She hates being pitied. And so we go and talk. We go, oh, you poor little girl. And she goes, what? And stomps off as best she can on 3 legs.
She's also, if we had this space, she would have been a fantastic mother.
Yeah, she's definitely, she looks after everybody.
Yeah, she will look after her.
But she doesn't want to be looked after.
Her goofy brother. She'll look after us if we're hurting, but when it comes to her, it's, no, I'm okay. Never mind me.
Yeah.
No.
And she gets really annoyed when we feel sorry for her. Really annoyed. But
she likes the extra treats that we get her so she can eat pain pills.
Yeah.
Like marshmallows.
We actually bought pickles because she loves pickles.
Yeah, it's one of her favorite foods.
Which is really strange.
She's a strange dog. She's also the one that taught the other two how to enjoy hot sauce.
Okay, let me do this again because I wasn't concentrating. So, yeah, she's a good girl.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you have a little bit of an up and down ride to go through. The first card was the Ace of Wands, which you have support. There's things being transmuted within your life. So it's changing, and it's changing for the better. This is a very good card. There's a few things at work that are a little bit messy, hairy, scary. It's not a really bad card. It's just one that suggests that you can work through it, and you probably have to do it a little bit on your own. The outcome card is 10 of Pentacles, which is joy and happiness, and it's a mature form. So things will be the ups and downs will be resolved in an adult fashion rather than a fashion that is what's the word? Less. It's not done out of spite. It's not done out of anger. It's done logically and in a very mature form or guidance. Okay.
Sorry, just grabbing something to drink.
When we go out, we went out today to get get our insurance, which we couldn't get anyhow. Though yesterday we could have got it if they had been open. When we come home, we just take everything off and toss it in the wash machine. So everything we were wearing was tossed in the wash machine, and it just came out dry. So
Polynesian Princess says, sending positive energy to all.
Thank
Gabby
you.
McMaster says, thank you, sending good vibes to all.
That's awesome. Thank you. And the more we do so, the inclusive social and interactions, the better the world is going to end up.
Polynesian Princess also adds, wow, that's interesting. Thank you. 222 here.
Oh, cool.
Miriam Raj asks, hello, I was wondering any messages for me.
So the image your guides showed me was them standing in a semicircle, and their feet are planted firmly and they're holding on to each other. So it looked a little bit like plant yourself and be strong and firm without being aggressive. So whatever's coming up for you, you can handle easily as long as you are self-assured and confident. Plant your feet firmly, which suggests lots of grounding, and and know that you have support because the arms were interlinked, which gives extra support, but it also makes it harder for somebody else to break your energy ties. So you have the support behind you, and you do need to stand firm, politely firm. And that's very definitely is a polite firmness. Just say no. Don't say no because. Just say no. All right. Good luck.
This one might be a reading more than a 2-minute question, but I will
Okay.
read it out anyhow. Elisa Manzini asks, "Hi, Elisha and Elle, could you please channel for me my galactic origin / blueprint? Thank you."
Oh, not on a 2-minute thing.
Yeah.
If you're interested, we do have every one of us, and Aaron, Elizabeth, and I. Elizabeth would not be good for this one. Aaron would be awesome for this. We have a $10 American channel reading, and it's the Great TP Blowout. I highly recommend it. You can go to our website, wisdomseekers.net, and for $10 you can get a written answer to that, and the regular $35. I highly recommend if you want that particular kind of answer, and I do recommend Aaron for that one. That you that's what you do. I mean, $10. Most people can afford $10, and our website, wisdomseekers.net. It's in the name. It's easy to navigate. It was very hard before, but we have a simple drop down menu. I highly recommend you just go, and it's fun. Everybody. I'm not sure why people seem to think it's a joke because of the name. I think
Probably the name.
but $10 it's a really good chance to get
An in-depth,
a good reading.
written, yeah.
And we take a good length of time, at least 45 minutes, to write these things out. So go out and get the go get a $10 reading. It is worth your while. And some of these questions that you're asking, you get a heck of a lot more in depth than what I give you in 2 minutes, because I can only go so deep. And yeah, you want me to channel that? That is a full on. And Aaron, I recommend Aaron for that one.
Tay says, "Thank you. I'm confused though. I was told I brought How to Go Home already. Can I get clarification on that, please?" I think she means by your earlier.
Okay, so you brought her. You've already got the rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay, so so all I got was that the rabbit is doing really well. So I just assumed, and he was still in the arms of your guide, so I just assumed. I made an assumption. I should know better than to make an assumption. I assumed that he was still not with you.
But all in all, the reading was right, just wrong place.
So send us a picture, please. We would love to see a picture.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really apologize, because I do that occasionally. I make assumptions because he's in the arms of your guides. I assumed he was still out there.
Lori Dotson says, "Well said, Elisha. I'm facing a lot that I used to fear, like can't move or breathe kind of fear. Things are looking up. It has been a real struggle because I didn't give up or give in. I will be respected."
Yep, and you deserve to be respected. So keep it up.
Lily Guild asks, "Hey, Hendrix just got out. I think I broke his heart. I said something to him, then he logged out for 3 hours. His friend contacted me saying I broke Hendrix's heart and he was crying in the bathroom. His friend is saying Hendrix doesn't love me anymore when Hendrix said he does yesterday from does Hendrix love me?
Well, it depends what you said. And you don't stop loving a person if he's crying for in the bathroom like that. So if you're interested in him, I would reach out and do clarification. And it's not something you turn on and off love.
And AJ says, I was thinking of Rin Okumura from Blue Exorcist and Rin Masuko from Free Itawabi Swim Club. I was thinking that the image that came to me was Blue Exorcist. It's about these two twin brothers who are birthed from a human female and the devil, and they become exorcists and fight the devil. It's a cute anime. Jennifer Schwab says, yes, I've been thinking on trying to be there for my family and friends, to lend them emotional support during these times. I was laughing when you said it because I do take a lot and I will pamper myself.
Good. Also, Jennifer, I would like to invite you to come on and do a radio chat with us.
Video chat.
On Wisdom Seekers, because we're trying to keep people, keep things alive and real and talking to everybody, everyday people. I thought, and plus, I just thought you'd be a very good person to talk to. I will contact you about that, actually.
And yesterday we had on our
webmaster. It was a blast.
As we were saying that we're doing these things to help entertain people, the thought came to me, and I think it's a Shakespeare quote from one of his plays. Are you not entertained? I couldn't help it. I didn't say it out loud, but I couldn't help it but chuckle.
Yeah, no, and we talked for 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we just shot the breeze, Yeah. We talked about this. We talked about how Australia's dealing with the down
the
under,
shutdown.
And this and that. And we just talked about whatever, and we teased Elle a little bit too.
Well, I mean, how much can you actually tease somebody who doesn't get embarrassed?
Yeah, but so we're just wanting to. And today we're going to at 2:00 my time.
So
we're going 4 Central, 5 Eastern. We're going to do another talk with Linda about this another level of how to keep viruses at bay and things like that. So it's just volume 2. So, but yeah, I would love to. Anybody who thinks that they have they can sit and just chat and talk about stuff, and basically, yes, spiritual stuff is probably top of the agenda. I will entertain it because we've got at least another 2 weeks minimum before we start to see a release of this stay in place energy.
Mm-hmm.
When we come out, we will be in a different world, and that I can promise you. And I'm getting that quite strongly when people are asking me questions about their jobs and stuff. That don't worry, things are going to shift and change, and we can't. I don't know exactly how it's going to be. Otherwise, I'd tell you. I do suspect we will not shake hands again in the future. That is something that will only happen
In the past. Lori Dotson says, my cat and dog slept on or close by me when I was dealing with the issue at work. They are such wonderful friends. They helped me heal and watched over me at night. No nightmares when my cat sleeps on me. When meditating, I send out healing and protective vibes to the world.
Yeah, that's what we should all do. I think on April 4th, there's going to be a world meditation. And it doesn't matter if you wait for April 4th or just send it out now. Every little bit helps. Every little bit makes a difference.
Laura H. says, I love your website.
Oh, thank you.
Elisa
I will let Daryl know because he works his buns off for us.
Elisa Manzini says, oh, wow, nice, beautiful. I'll certainly book it. Thank you. Many blessings to you. Thank you for your recommendation. Maria Herrera says, thank you for your time. Many blessings. Jennifer Schwab says, thank you for the message and for you and Elle giving your time and energy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Well, we usually do. As long as I get a nap, I'm fine.
Tay ends us with, that's okay. I was concerned for a moment. I will try to send you pictures on Facebook.
Trust.
On Facebook, he's so cute. When I pet him, he lays down and gets really sleepy and relaxed. Also, petting a rabbit is very therapeutic. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, rabbits are really fun creatures. And I would love to see a picture. Definitely.
Lori Dotson says, my friends got together and we did one. It was on Monday. Stay healthy, everyone. Thank you so much. And we're clear.
We're clear. And we're an hour.
Yep.
Namaste. Namasko. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.